Hello and welcome to all. With such prestigious names as the Croix de Fer, the Telegraph and the Galibier, it is clear that climbers will be thinking about stage victory today. Some may even have ambitions to overturn the general classification, or, on the contrary, the desire to confirm their supremacy. This stage should not only interest the favourites for the general classification. With a downhill finish, the baroudeurs are more likely to hang on to the finish and compete for the stage win. Riders who are aiming for the polka dot jersey will also be interested, because there are no less than 65 points to be had by the rider who's first across the top of all the day's summits.
If it continues like this, it's not a stage that will go down in history.
Watch out for him in the mountains. He may be young, but he's already proved that he can compete with the best. He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone, because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited.
They're pulling the peloton. He must be interested in the stage win, because his teammates are setting the pace for the peloton. The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The first slopes of the Col de la Croix de Fer are looming for the breakaway. In addition to its high percentages, the climb has the particularity of offering 2 moments of respite to the riders, with short downhill sections. Not enough, however, to make the climb an easy one. The gap isn't changing much.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. He's the highest placed of the climbers in the breakaway.
Whoever's first at the top will earn 25 extra points for the polka dot jersey.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. He's the new leader of the overall youth standings. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
Yes, there's not a lot going on.
The first riders are leaving Saint-Michel-de-Maurienne and are starting the Col de Telegraphe ascent. With the Galibier just afterwards, they've got 30 kilometers of climbing to do. There will be 10 points to be gleaned for the mountain standings at the top of the Telegraph. Riders will hardly have time to catch their breath. Only 5 kilometers separate the top of the Telegraph from the foot of the Galibier. The front of the race begins the ascent of the Galibier. It's a highly erratic climb. Percentages vary greatly, and it's very difficult to find the right pace. An ascension for thoroughbred climbers. The riders will soon be at a spot called Plan Lachat, a short shelf which the riders should try to make the most of before beginning the final section of the Galibier, much more difficult. The Galibier is obviously classified all category. Points are therefore to be had for the first 10 at the top. The first one will pocket 25 points. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. Apart from a few hairpin bends at the beginning of the descent, the road into Serre-Chevalier is not very dangerous, and it will be very difficult to overturn the order established at the top of the Galibier.
He'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
There are 3 kilometers left for the lead riders. Despite the mountainous profile of the stage, they will have to fight it out in a sprint.
He is in sparkling form and you can clap him loudly.
It really is a stage to forget. We had the means to be amongst the front runners, and we didn't even get in. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today it's a time trial which is important for the general classification, because it's a route for climbing.
The last rider to set off in this individual time trial is on the starting ramp. A few more seconds until he goes. Come on, let's give him a big hand.
Today is a mountain time trial. You're going to have to manage your effort so you don't seize up before the top. It will start to climb after the next bend. It is very steep, right from the start. Go, go! The next intermediate time is in 1 kilometer. We'll see if you're on the pace. It'll be a little less difficult now. Come on, manage your work rate. Come on, no relaxing. There's a big percentage after the next bend. It doesn't last long. Don't panic. Come on. Try to get a bit of a breather. There's a kilometer of flat before the final ramp. The final ramp is 1.5 kilometers, and then it's downhill to the finish. Go on, it's finally downhill. Full out to the line. Watch out in the last kilometer. Remember, we spotted a dangerous bend during reconnaissance. Go, go! Keep on pumping to the end.
He's amongst the leading riders this year.
Today's result is most unsatisfactory. If things had gone our way, I reckon that we could have got into the top. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a We could have hoped for better than a top 10 place today. The podium seemed possible. It's a pity. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is a magnificent setting that is on offer today. The Col d'Isoire. With its final 10 kilometers at an average above 9%, the contenders for final victory will confront one another on a unique and sumptuous battlefield. Acceleration at the head of the peloton. He likes to climb at his own pace. He doesn't handle accelerations very well, but on the flat, once on his way, he's a big ruler.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. He's the highest placed of the climbers in the breakaway.
The first king of the mountain summit, the Côte de Demoiselle Coiffée, is classified as third category. There will be 2 and 1 points to be gleaned. A trifle compared to what the winner will pocket at the top of the Isoire, since points will be double there, representing no less than 50 points towards the polka dot jersey.
Yes, there's not a lot going on.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The intermediate sprint will be fought at in Barcelonnette. As usual, there will be green jersey points for the first 15 across the line.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. teammate is down, but it's too close to the finish for help.
Here we are at the start of the Col d'Izoire climb, a mythical pass whose summit will, for the first time, act as finishing line. Another 10 kilometers before the Izoire summit.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Watch out! The yellow jersey is trying to get away. We mustn't let him.
We could have hoped for better than a top 10 place today. The podium seemed possible. It's a pity. Hi guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. You will have to be there on the
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. If it's obvious that a win today will require the talents of a climber, it's not impossible to also imagine that everything will be settled on the final descent to Morzine, the finish of this alpine stage. For the moment, any breakaway has drawn a blank. Acceleration of the head of the peloton.
His team is at full throttle. They have no one at the front.
He's a good puncher. You must keep a close eye on him on short climbs. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. There will be 5 points for the first to the top.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponent. A teammate has punctured. That's bad luck. You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. You're the biggest threat to the yellow jersey at the front of the race. For the mountain classification, you're the best placed in the breakaway.
There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the riders first over the top.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponent. You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. Here's the positions over the last climb. I think his team has taken on the chase in order to place one of their guys in the breakaway.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
First riders have reached the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
The breakaway is passing through the feed zone. The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
It's your teammate who's the most dangerous for the overall standings in the breakaway. For the polka dot jersey, it's your teammate who's best placed amongst those at the front of the race. I think his team has taken on the chase in order to place one of their guys in the breakaway.
The first rider to the top will score 10 more points towards the climber standings.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponent. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
There's a big gap to the breakaway. It's good to have placed a guy up front. We've taken control of the polka dot jersey. Well done, guys.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Collective fall. It may create gaps. I get the impression that he's got his team riding in order to place a rider in the breakaway.
Here we are, the foot to the last climb of the day, the Col de Joux-Plane. This is where a killer blow must be landed, because after the summit, it's downhill to Morzine. He's attacking! Even though it's not a summit finish, the points at the top of the Joux-Plane will be doubled for the polka dot jersey. There will be 50, 40, 32, 28, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8 and 4 points for the first 10 to the top.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The road will rise after the summit towards the Col du Renfoli. It's only afterwards that the descent to Morzine actually begins.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
One kilometre from the summit, and one man has managed to get away on his own. He's going to have to go all out on the descent, as his pursuers are at less than 30 seconds behind.
Here's the positions over the last climb. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
The stage may not be won on the descent, but it can still be lost on the many bends that lead to Morzine. The slightest mistake will be fatal.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer. From the finishing line.
Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep. Watch out, there's an attack at the head of the peloton.
He'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try.
He is all smiles as he climbs onto the podium. Applaud him. Here is the... He is in sparkling...
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were amongst the outsiders, but you managed to beat the favourites. Well done for this win. It's the final stage, guys.
The last rider to set off in this individual time trial is on the starting ramp. A few more seconds until he goes. Come on, let's give him a big hand.
Here we go. The route is almost all flat. The start is very simple. just long straights. You just have to focus on your effort. Come on, keep your shape. Stay in that position and take the right trajectory. Go! 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 Well focused. You're doing fine. Go! 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 You cross the bridge, and then it's the intermediate time check. The road is fairly straight at the moment, but the finish will be more technical. You're going to have to take the right trajectory. We're coming to the intermediate time check. We'll see if you're on schedule. Go! Keep it up and stay focused so you're not short of energy at the end. Come on! Lift your head up. We're into the technical portion. Focus on your trajectory. Go! The next bend is to the right, and then it's the second intermediate time check. Go! 2 kilometers left. One right bend, and it will be the last kilometer. Come on! Final kilometer! It's almost over! Go! Go! Come on! Final stretch! Give it all you've got left!
He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France.
Well done, guys. We're where we should be. We were aiming for a top 10 spot, and you did the job. I'm happy with that.